Coming up on Mountain News this morning, lawmakers in the state capitol begin debating on some rule changes involving their voting process. And an Eastern Kentucky college starts up a new training program to help with the EMT shortage here in our region.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning to you at 6 o'clock on this Wednesday morning. I'm Dakota Makeris. Thanks for waking up with us. And let's take it over to Brandon Robinson for a look at our forecast right now. Brandon, it's warm, which to me just sounds like the calm before the storm, but I don't know.
It literally is at this point, yeah. But it's not too warm. It's just feeling warm because of that warm southerly wind. So we're continuing to see that this morning. And gusting as high as 25 miles per hour in spots.
Blow you over.
Exactly. So there you go. All right. Let's go into the forecast this morning, and we'll start with the camera at Corbin along I-75, and you'll see not a whole lot of action down there this morning, not too much going on as we see the car lights go by. Temperatures, though, 20s in Jonesville, 30s in Wise, and everybody else is 40 or above, and matter of fact, 41 or above down through parts of southern Kentucky and eastern Kentucky, southern West Virginia. So it's a lot of warmth out there this morning, and here's why. 20, 25, 30 mile an hour wind gusts out of the southwest. So that's what's warming us up this morning. 44 is our average high this time of the year. Somebody's probably going to hit 50 today, but I think our forecast high will be 49. The record high, 68, set back on this day in 2007. Dakota?
All right, Brandon, thank you. The third regular session of the General Assembly to take place during the pandemic began Tuesday with the debate on rule changes. Well, now, one of the rules would allow members who test positive to vote either in their annex offices or in their cars as long as they're on Capitol grounds. Lawmakers also spent nearly an hour debating a rule change that will limit how much time they spend debating bills.
With these new rules, we are taking this away from the members, and yes, those on the majority side as well.
So we are actually becoming more in line with all the other states in the matter of previous questions.
Now, consideration of the first bills begins today. The House redistricting bill is on tap for the noon election committee, and the Senate president says their state Senate and congressional maps are also done. Well, on day one of Kentucky's 2022 legislative session, a prominent state senator tested positive for COVID. Chad Hedrick talked to Senator Reggie Thomas just minutes after it was reported he had tested positive.
This really hit me back like a ton of bricks. This came out of left field.
Senator Reggie Thomas says he is quarantining at home after testing positive for COVID-19 Tuesday. Had it not been for a test he took right before the Senate gavelled in, he wouldn't have even known he had the virus.
I felt fine, had a good night's sleep. Slept very well.
The senator's positive test result is the first he has had of the pandemic. He's fully vaccinated and has his booster. The results came the same day as Kentucky broke the record for most cases reported in a single day.
Well, I will tell you firsthand that now that this Omicron variant is real. Like I said, I've gone now almost 2 years of negative tests. I mean, I've been tested many times before.
But as cases spike in Kentucky and around the country, many lawmakers were seen without a mask, despite them being required in the Capitol, a topic of conversation Tuesday that will likely be brought up again.
It's shameful that we've had to politicize this very horrendous disease. I mean, it's killed hundreds of thousands of people, infected millions of Americans. And yet we're still butting heads over, whether this is real or not.
That was Chad Hedrick reporting. The Commonwealth broke another record for COVID cases yesterday. The state reported a record 6,915 new cases, bringing our case total to more than 885,000. There were 21 new deaths as well, putting the Commonwealth's death toll at 12,255. The positivity rate is also at a record high, 21.74%. Here's what the governor had to say about it.
Omicron is spreading like wildfire throughout Kentucky. Everybody needs to get vaccinated and boosted. And folks, you have got to be wearing a mask when you are in public places and indoors right now. not because anybody's telling you have to, but to protect yourself and to try not to spread this to other people.
You can always find the latest COVID-19 information on our website at WYMT.com. Kentucky is seeing another surge in COVID-19. Doctors from Lexington's 3 major hospitals are attributing the increase to the Omicron variant. UK Hospital is treating 98 COVID patients, Baptist Health Lexington 85 patients, and St. Joseph 57. The spike in COVID cases is putting a strain on hospital resources. Baptist Health plans to reduce inpatient procedures, but doctors encourage getting tested at a local site and leaving the ER for emergencies.
In the meantime, if you haven't been tested yet and you're symptomatic, make sure you're staying away from other people.
With students heading back to school this week, pediatricians say they're concerned about the low vaccination rates in children. Attorney General Daniel Cameron is continuing to battle against federal COVID-19 vaccine mandates. He joined several others by sending letters to federal agencies saying they're overstepped their authority to implement broad vaccine mandates for federal contractors, healthcare workers, and Head Start program workers and volunteers. Cameron says these mandates prevented feedback on how it would affect businesses. Well, the monoclonal outpatient clinic at Baptist Health Corbin will be closing today. Officials say the current monoclonal 4 treatment option is not effective on the Omicron variant. They say they use the existing inventory of monoclonal medications and no doses are available for ER or outpatient clinic infusions. EMT shortages are growing in Harlan County as the pandemic continues. Local officials have brought attention to the issue and are optimistic a new training program will help. Our Jade Saylor went to Harlan to find out more.
Healthcare worker shortages have grown throughout the pandemic, including EMT shortages causing longer emergency response times.
Here, with response times, we've seen difficulty sometimes with response times because of shortage personnel. Southeast Kentucky Community and Technical College is implementing a new EMT training program to boost enrollment.
This program is 12 weeks. And like I said, it's an evening in Harlan. It is Wednesday and Friday evening, so it will start actually next Wednesday on January 13th. And they will earn 6 college credits, and they're work ready.
The program will be free of cost to those who are interested.
This is a need in our community right now, and it's a really good time for us to pull together and to just help each other.
Not only will the program boost EMT training enrollment, but it helps the community at wide when in need of emergency assistance.
That's one of the great things we're looking at with this class. We're really excited about this class. Let's go out and help because it's something that can be great for the community.
Judge Executive Dan Mosley says having this program in Harlan County is huge because not everyone can or wants to drive out of town to get certified.
Having this program offered right here in our community is important and will go a long way in getting more people trained for this type of work.
The classes will be offered on Harlan, Whitesburg, and Middlesboro campus. In Harlan, Jade Saylor, WYMT Mountain News.
Well, a different kind of mining company is coming to Harlan County. ANKR Exponential Digital, a cryptocurrency mining company, will be opening just outside of Cumberland. Exponential Digital has locations all across the United States and other parts of the world. The company will create about 10 jobs. Judge Executive Dan Mosley says new jobs are always beneficial, but that is not the only big benefit.
The big benefit, not in addition to the jobs, is they will be a large energy consumer on the Cumberland Valley electric grid, and the type of consumption that they're generating from that particular facility will help overall from future rate increases for customers on that service.
Now, the company has several immediate job openings. The link to apply is on our website.
6:09 here on this Wednesday morning, and a weak disturbance to our south doing two things: throwing literal shade at us earlier today with the cloud cover, and then also throwing some warm air toward us today. And you can see that with the temperature map, and we're already in the 40s in some locations this morning. It's going to kind of slow down a little bit as we head deeper in the day. 28 Jonesville, 36 Wise. So again, warming up quickly as we see those winds coming in. Now, this is actual wind speeds, not gusts. 20 miles an hour in Moorhead and London, 16 miles an hour in Monticello and Middlesboro. So just be careful out there if you're traveling early this morning. Could gust as high as 25 miles per hour or greater at times. 49 is our forecast high. We'll see. I should probably put that mostly to partly cloudy. I do think we'll see some late day sunshine today. And as we take a look at our headlines, that weak disturbance impacting us now, but snow business comes back into play as a winter storm watch goes into effect tomorrow afternoon. And then by Friday morning, we could be seeing single-digit wind chills. So it's going to be a cold start to the weekend. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you so much. More news is on the way. When we come back, the Biden administration calls on state governors to help roll out a new infrastructure law. That's next.